This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wisconsin's offense will take the field first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Badgers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Nebraska's offense will take the field for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass on second down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Here's a hit. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. The sure hands. It's Barney. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Raiola. Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The hand to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Anthony. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? To the air, it's Edwards. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Catch in the middle, it's key. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it. And I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He'll go to the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Listen to this, please. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Huskers will call on their punt team. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Brought down after a nice game.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets it past the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It'll be a draw. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To throw, it's Edwards. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Going to the running game. Nice move there. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the ground game. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. Got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
The defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
2nd down coming up. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Fires to the middle. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the Badgers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
From the gun, the running back has it. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. What a terrible, terrible shame. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it down the middle. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The give to the back.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the move, it's Dupree. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The give to the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Makes the catch, it's Barney. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
As a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back? Runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash. So maybe the kicker likes it from that area. But this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll send out the kicker here. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to pass, it's Edwards. They get to him as he throws. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.